Morning there, Ranger Rovers. Mac here. Well, today is October the 2nd. It is about 8:30 in the morning. We have a blustery fall day ahead of us. High of only 70 degrees. Rain later on this afternoon. And I am gearing up to go on what's probably going to be my last ride of the season. And the reason I'm going to go out in this crazy weather and ride is because my friend Charlie has just taken possession of one of the new TerraTrike Rogues, I think it is, with 24-inch wheels and a 350-watt Bosch e-assist. And he's over there at the Veterans Home. It's about 2.5 miles away from here. And I'm going to ride over there and take a good look at that and do some comparison between that and the Bafang. Okay? So I think that's going to be the final ride video of this season. I am going to have the video camera on the Rover as I'm heading over there, because I do want to take some pictures and show you guys what's changing over here. I think we're going to do the White Pine loop around Comstock Park and around Fifth Third Ballpark, or maybe we'll just do the Riverside Park, because that's right across from the Veterans Home there in Grand Rapids. It depends on what he's up to and what he thinks he's capable of doing, because he hasn't been out on his Rambler in quite a while. So this is a first ride for him, and in probably about 2 or 3 months, maybe. Okay, and I'm trying to get the reflection of my glasses here on the screen, but it's difficult. But anyways, we are going to go out there and do that today. I will be showing you his new trike, and we will be making some comparisons, and then I'll talk to you about the winter projects for the Rover and what I'm hoping I can accomplish this winter if I'm able to. And then when I get home, I think I'm going to start wrapping it up and getting it ready to bring it in, because I do not leave my Rover out in my garage in the wintertime because of the electronics. I don't know. Maybe I'm just nutty about that, but there are electronics out there, and Michigan is known for getting cold, very cold temperatures, what I think is very cold, -10, -20 in the wintertime. And I don't think that's good for anything electronic or electrical that does not get warmed up. And since the bike itself never gets warmed up, the car does, but the bike doesn't, and the garage really doesn't. Hold on. Excuse me. So I bring that in the summertime, or I mean, excuse me, in the wintertime, and it sits right behind me, right there in front of the slider door is where it's going to be sitting. So that's where we will do our winter projects at. Okay? All right. Next part of this clip will hopefully be on the way going over there. Okay, guys. This is the TerraTrike EVO with the Bosch system on it. We're here. 2022. In fact, it still has the tag on the seat, as you can see. Charlie's sitting over here to my left. This thing's got 9 gears in the back. It's got a very small battery compared to my 52-volt battery that I use on the Rover. And of course, you've got the Bosch system up front here. Your standard TerraTrike pedals with your heel straps in here. This has a different kind of shifter. I'm hoping I can get it in the screen here. This has got 2 different things right here that you can use to shift the gears there on the fly. And the control screen right here. There's the control screen for it. They didn't give him a pamphlet on it. They just gave him a page on it, so they really didn't explain much to it. Oh, okay, I see. He's got two different sets of buttons over here. Okay, he's got these buttons here, and then he's got the buttons that are on here. So he's gonna have to figure out what those are. But the battery here, look at this battery. This battery is very small compared to my 52 volt. I mean, that thing's probably a third of the size of my 52 volt. And this is a 352 volt Bosch e-assist system. It's got 5 e-assist levels to it. So we're not going to get out on the ride today because of the weather. So I'm hoping next Saturday, when the weather's supposed to be a little bit better, it'll be our final one. But I wanted to get out and show you guys this stuff. He's got the big old, looks like the 20, is that a 26-inch wheel in the back? 24-inch wheel in the back. And I'm looking at here, and he's got the 20-inch wheels in the front. So 20-inch wheels on the front, you can read it right down there. 20-inch wheels. And if you can read it down there, right down there, it says 24 in the back. So he's going to get some speed out of this thing, that's for sure. And I never understood, if you want speed, why are you getting one of these things? These really aren't for racing. But that's the way it is. One of the things that I do not like is where the water bottle is, because as you can see in the water bottle right here, it's very close to the tire, and there's a good chance that it will rub. I would prefer to have burst bars on one of these and have the bottle up higher. I also noticed that his handle grips are lower to the wheels here. I would want handle grips that were a little bit higher than these are. But all in all, I guess it's okay. You notice that this is a tubular frame. The back looks more like a traditional bicycle. It's got reinforcing in it. So, yeah, as Charlie's showing us here, he says that these sit a lot lower than on his Rambler. And I noticed that the main spar tube here that connects down to the steering down below here, this only appears to be about 3/4 of an inch, maybe 7/8. This is a smaller diameter tube, and so is this part right here. He does have the locking brake, so that's a good thing. The bottle is not very tight here. He does have a wider cockpit area, so his legs won't be riding up against the, hopefully won't be riding up against the cables and everything. Standard X9 chain on here. The chain tubes are in a good position. I noticed that the Bosch motor has this right here is the anti-torque reinforcement. You know what I think of this whole thing? I think they're trying to build a fast bike as cheaply as possible, and that's what it looks like. So I'm not impressed with this at all. I do like, I'll tell you what I do like. I do like these locking pins on the back. They're better than the ones that I have on the Rover, which is just a pin and then a little couple of nubs sticking on either side here. I do like the fact that this folds actually over and goes over the end here. That's a better option. So he's got a little bit of padding on the seat right here, nothing down here. Standard brakes. Yep, standard brakes. So all in all, it's not bad. I'd say this might be good for a new beginner bike for somebody, but it's definitely not for super heavy people. The Rover can handle up to 400 pounds. I don't think this one can. So very rated for like 300. Charlie says he thinks it's rated for 300, but yeah, that's it. That's the TerraTrike EVO, as it's called. Let's get a front view here as I'm walking around. This is how it looks like from the front. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, we'll finish this video up, and then we'll get it posted, and hopefully we'll get a ride video in yet this year. Okay, Rover Riders. Well, here's a picture of Charlie sitting on his EVO. Some extra comments here. Hold on. We did not get out on the ride. So he decided to ride this thing up to my place. And there's some more things I need to tell you about this bike. Number one, if you look right over in here, in this area, and I'm going to see if I can zoom. Yeah, okay, you can see right there above my finger. The thing has Presta valves. Doesn't have Schrader valves. It has Presta valves, which means he's got to carry around an adapter with him. Now talk about cheap. I'm sorry. My whole opinion of this EVO is it's an overpriced starter e-assist trike. It's rated about, he thinks it's rated at 300 pounds. I don't know. The battery does not seem big enough. He says it'll go 20 miles an hour when he's in e-assist 5 and he's pedaling on flat ground. And Charlie's a big guy. He weighs almost, I think he weighs more than I do. And I'm close to the 300 pound range. We're planning on next Saturday, October 9th through the 12th we're supposed to have another 5 days of good weather here, 4 or 5 days worth of good sunny, a little bit of cloud weather, no rain. It won't be as warm as it was in the summertime. We're talking a high of 72, 74, but that's enough to get a good ride in. It actually got very cloudy. We thought it was going to downpour on us while he was at my place checking that out. And of course, we had his bike in my garage at the time. And it didn't, so he discovered that, yes, it's all uphill. From the vet's home to where I live, it's pretty much all uphill. And he got to go downhill at least on the way back because he was very tired. That's one thing about our guys at the veterans home here, because of the COV stuff, they don't get out very much. Come to find out, the last time he was out was in April, so this was his first bike ride in quite a long time. And so Charlie did good today. He did really good. We are going to, I did manage to find the PDF file for that controller that he has, because he wasn't sure of the buttons and everything. So now I have a little printout that shows the buttons and what they do and all that stuff. So when I see him next week for our ride, I'm going to be able to explain to him how to use it and how to set everything properly. It's going to be fun. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this video for now. Get this posted to YouTube. I'm out of Facebook jail in another 12 days, so I think on the sometime on the 11th, about 9 or 10 p.m. on the 11th, I think in the evening, I can post again to Facebook, and then I'll post this video to the Recumbent Trike groups there. But we hope to get in at least one more ride before Michigan's fall really hits us hard and we start getting that white stuff coming down. But the trike looks good, but I'm not impressed. He needs to move his seat back a little bit, and the handlebars are way too low. I think your handlebars should be a little bit higher than what these currently are. But I don't know. It's just my personal preference. I'm sure there are people that have these that really like them, but he got it because he needs something with e-assist, and this is what he could afford. All right. Talk to you next time.